Welcome in, everybody. My name is Ross. You might know me from X or Twitter, whatever you may call it, as Ross_LFC. I'm a very big Liverpool fan. I love Virgil van Dijk. He's one of my favorite players of all time. And so if you ever see that AV of Virgil van Dijk smiling, kind of clapping, that's me. This is me in real life, okay? So now you know what I look like. You can say anything you want. This is me. We're going to talk about football on this channel because obviously I love football, right? I love it. And obviously, we're going to be very focused on Liverpool Football Club. That's my favorite club. Been watching them since I was young. And I just love to talk about football, though, in general. So, yes, we will mostly focus on Liverpool here, but I would also like to focus on different football games, teams, players, kind of give you my perspective and my thoughts on things as we go along. So, without further ado, let's talk about the big game today that happened. Obviously, Real Madrid and Manchester City. Two teams that have had a lot of success in recent years, head-to-head in the UCL knockout stages. It was a big game. All the hype was there. Basically, every neutral fan was watching this game, right? So let's set the stage, okay? Both teams hungry to qualify onto the next round so they can try and be in the round of 16. Game starts. Grealish has this great ball played in to Gvardiol. Perfectly placed. Like I'm always one to clown on Grealish because of his price tag and he didn't score for a whole year. This pass was amazing. Perfectly placed over Asensio's head. Gvardiol chests it down right into Haaland's feet. Easy goal. Boom. 1-0. Great play from all three players there. Then, later on, Mbappe gets the ball. I actually really liked this goal. And I think, obviously, it was a mishit. But if you remember the France versus Argentina World Cup 2022 final, you'll remember that Mbappe's second goal, he kind of turned his body mid-air while the ball was in the air because he was going to volley it. He turned his body mid-air and hit it with his foot, kind of like while turning in the air. And he hit it near post with a lot of power and speed, and boom, it was a goal. It was crazy. Today, he kind of had the same opportunity where someone sent it over him in the air. He's going to volley it. He turns his body, and instead of hitting it boom, down hard into the near post, he mishits it, and it hits off like the top of his foot and just goes into the far post. Now, Ederson, the goalie, the keeper, he's thinking it's going to go near post because he's seen this before, and Mbappe's done it multiple times. So he positions himself to go into the near post, and it goes to the far post, floats in the air, goal. I mean, it was so funny to see. And a goal's a goal, so it doesn't matter how you get them, right? Second goal that comes around, though, is from a mistake from Ceballos. Now, Foden has the ball. He's dribbling around. He doesn't really have a great shot or angle to do anything, but Ceballos felt the need to extend his leg and tackle for the ball. And obviously, Foden puts the ball to the other foot, grabs the foul, and once that foul is there, he falls, and so there's going to be a penalty. It was just a very dumb mistake, in my opinion, from Ceballos. He knows it. Whole team knew it. And obviously, if you know Haaland, he doesn't miss penalties very often. So, 2-1. Next up, 86th minute, there's a play from Vinny Jr., I believe it was. He goes down the sideline, boom, shoots it on. I think it's either on target, and Ederson blocks it, or hits off the post. And in this moment, Kovacic made a big mistake. Now, obviously, both teams this year have had struggles with defense. Rudiger hasn't been playing for Madrid. Well, I mean, he has, but, not recently. Asensio's had to step up. Tchouaméni's playing center back for crying out loud. I mean, Carvajal isn't in that right back position. Mendy is just not very good defensively. He's very good attacking-wise, but defensively, I don't think he's all that. And then Man City, without Rodri, they struggle on all aspects. I don't think a lot of people realize how much Rodri does, but he's the type of player that can just grab the game by the scruff of its neck and control it and compose it. And they're missing that. So they've been having Kovacic try and fill in and do that same thing that they've been having Rodri do for years now, and it's not going so well. He doesn't have that same impact. So obviously today, Vinny shoots it, hits off the post or Ederson, whatever it is, and Kovacic lets up because he's not, he's kind of thinking it's going to be cleared away. He's not super invested, I feel like, in the defense at that time. And right behind him is Brahim Diaz, who just goes right past him, shoots it into the net. Very, very poor defending, very poor mistake from Kovacic. But that's not the last mistake Kovacic is going to make this game. Third goal, stoppage time. We're in the second minute of this stoppage time, right? Or a minute and a half, around there. And Kovacic gets the ball, and he's kind of getting a little bit pressured, so he passes the ball backwards. But when he passes it backwards, he doesn't realize that he's passing it into a dangerous area where Vinny Jr. is already waiting. So this pass is between Vinny Jr. and Rico Lewis. Now, Rico Lewis is not really your defensive type. I don't think a lot of fullbacks in this day and age are trained as like natural defenders. And it was evident in this case. So let's just break it down. What happened was Vinny Jr. is going in for a 50-50 with Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis, obviously, and Kovacic should have never made that pass in the first place. But we're here, so it's 50-50, both going for the ball. When you look at how Rico Lewis is defending, he just lifts his leg up, right? He just lifts it up and hoping he can get a foot to the ball first. That is poor defending. You have to know when you're playing against professionals, especially professionals like Vinny Jr., who is so fast. If you are going in for a 50-50, you need to make sure that if you lose that ball, you are still stopping the attack. So instead of putting his body between the man and the ball, he just extends his foot and hopes to clear out the ball. And it doesn't work. Obviously, Vinny gets there first, hits the ball, runs right past Rico Lewis, and once he gets the ball, he just plays it over in the air. Ederson came out of the box. Well, not completely out of the box, but he kind of positioned himself poorly. Vinny Jr., little diagonal ball in the air. Not super diagonal, but just enough to go over. Bellingham's right there. Taps it in. It's a goal. It was just very poor defense all around. Very poor decision-making from Kovacic and Ederson. And I think if there had been a different player in that right-back position who's a little bit more familiar with how to properly defend, especially against someone like Vinny Jr., it's a different game. So I think there were just a lot of mistakes all around for Manchester City this game. Even Madrid, like they had mistakes as well, but I don't think Manchester City capitalized on it as much as Madrid did. Now, second leg obviously is going to be at the Bernabeu, and it's going to be very tough. I think Manchester City hope right now, obviously their defense is struggling, so I think their only hope at this point is to have a very good attacking game. Haaland needs to be on it. De Bruyne needs to be on it. Foden needs to be on it. Savinho, Grealish, Doku, you guys need to have master classes because Madrid's defense isn't that good, right? I would say their attack is their biggest threat. And if you're able to just keep the ball away from their attack, you have a good chance of scoring a goal because Madrid's defense is eventually going to deteriorate or let some stuff slide, right? But if you let Madrid possess the ball for too long or attack with the ball for too long, then you're the one that's in trouble because obviously your defense is struggling. Rodri isn't there to control or compose the game, and it'll just be a struggle all around. So I see Madrid winning the second leg unless by some miracle Manchester City's attack is just on it that day, right? So those are my thoughts. Tomorrow is Liverpool versus Everton. Now, big game. Premier League ball's coming up. You know this is exciting stuff. It's a very exciting season for Liverpool and Arne Slot. I really hope things go well. If you would like to have a little watch along, leave a comment in the chat here. Leave a little comment saying you would like to join or you want to be in the watch along. I would love to do something like that with you guys. It would be so much fun. But if you enjoyed the video or if you just want to show some support, please leave a like and subscribe. We'll do some more content like this. We'll do some watch alongs, some panel discussions. We'll just have a good time, right? This will be a very, very good time. So, once again, you guys, thanks for joining in. I hope you had a good time, and we will see you later.